Boating is a way of life on the Mississippi River here in Clinton, Iowa. My dad is a towboat pilot and he runs barges down the river, and I enjoy taking riverboat cruises on this thing every once in a while. Today I'm going to teach you about general maintenance on how to get your boat ready for your summertime activities on the lake or on a river. First of all, I generally clean out the boat from stuff that falls from the trees, such as leaf and their fruiting bodies that they put out. And then after all that maintenance or all that cleaning out is done, I'll generally take out the plywood that's in the boat, the bottom of the boat, and rinse those off because they get dirty from wear and tear just sitting in Iowa. And then after that, we'll move down to the engine here. And general things about the engine you want to know is the gas can my gas can has an oil to gas ratio that's 50 to 1. Some other engines don't have 50 to 1 ratios. Some of them have 32 to 1. Some of them have 40 to 1. It's just the amount of gas that the amount of gas that you can fit in your tank that you put oil to, because this is a 2-stroke engine. My engine doesn't have a steering wheel. Most boats you see out on the river do have a steering wheel because they're pontoons or big speed boats or bass boats or whatever. And so we have a turn here, or a knob, I guess is what it is. One way is slow in reverse, and then the other way is forward. They range from slow to fast, I guess, but the reverse doesn't go very fast. Two main things on the engine that you want to know of, besides there's an on switch, is the shallow drive, which you can pick it up a little bit, and it's still in the water, but it's not out of the water, I guess, and it's not all the way down. And this knob that puts the motor up in a locked position, so when you're driving down the road, you don't have to and you hit something, it's not going to bottom out of your boat. Another important thing in the back of the boat is the plug. I've forgotten many times to put the plug back in the boat before I put it in the water, and I've had to pull it out and dish water out. This is a canister that you're supposed to have. You're legally obligated to have a canister in your boat to dish out water if you get stuck or start to sink. You can still make it to town. Other legal things that you have to have in your boat are you're supposed to have a life jacket on you, on the boat at all times, ready for you to grab it up at a certain time. You're supposed to have a fire extinguisher in your vehicle. I guess it's a boat, but at all times in case your engine starts on fire. You're supposed to have a safety whistle or you could have a flare gun or I guess any other type of rescue thing like a buoy. To go out at night, you're supposed to have lights on your boat. This one goes on the front of the boat, this one goes on the back of the boat, and just tells you where you are or where you are on the river for other people to see you. And one light has to have 2 different colors on it. I'm not sure why the reasoning you're supposed to have red and green, but that's just the color that they do. All the river things have red and green, like the buoys on the river have red and green. You're supposed to have a license and a registration. In Iowa, you don't have to have a license to boat, but in Wisconsin, you're supposed to get a license if you're born after a certain date. I think it's like 92 or 91 or something. I don't know what it is. But you're supposed to have this at all times in case you get a safety check by the Department of Natural Resources here in Iowa. Other handy things to bring on the river are pliers in case you have to monkey around in your boat motor. Accessories, this is a pull tab because you can take the top off the motor and you can pull it if your pull tab breaks. And flashlights are just handy anywhere. Another general thing for boating is you get a trailer and you're supposed to put lights on it so then you can have turn signals and not crash and stuff. And for my boat, you have to have these in case they're chains that you hook to the underside of your vehicle. And so if the tongue falls off, or it falls off the tongue and the boat goes that way, it stops and you keep going forward. It somewhat drags it with you so you don't lose your boat. You have your wheel that it's easy to transport it around when you're not carrying it. You're supposed to have this all the way up. So the boat motor, it's heavier on the boat motor side. So this keeps it a little level. You're supposed to have, all trailers come with lights nowadays. And you get an adapter that you put into your truck here. And this connects it straight to the lights in the vehicle. And you don't have to, it does that. It has the turn signals, the brake lights, and all that great stuff. For the final thing I'm going to teach you about is how to do this gas engine, or the gas. After you fill it up with your oil and gas, you plug one end into the canister here, and one end into your motor. My motor has it has a plug that plugs into this, and off you're running with the boat. Overall, I generally do this every time I go out on the river. Sometimes I forget some stuff. Clearly, I'm always in a rush to get out on the river. It's really nice out all the time. But if you keep it sane mind, don't hurry everything up, usually you'll get out on the river a fair amount of time. You'll have fun. I mean, that's all you can ask for, right?